we're gonna talk today about healing the past. But feel free, if you want to stop me at any time, ask a question, that's fine. Even if we're going to talk about something completely different from the healing the past, I'm fine with it. Okay? So in general, in my program at the clinic, this is what I do. This is a summary for what I do. I help people to let go of the negative feeling so they can enjoy the positive feeling. Okay? So we don't want to keep any anger, resentment, selfishness, irritability, jealousy, anxiety, sadness. We want to let it go of all of this. And these are the barrier for this. So once you let go of this, you're going to enjoy this. But this is it's not an easy thing to do. So I created a program that work on biological, psychological, social, and the spiritual aspect of treatment. So for people to let go of this and enjoy this, they need some physical changes, like diet, sleep, healthy diet, sleep, exercise. Some people will need some medication to be able to let go of this feeling. So if you have clinical depression, in certain cases, we will need to give antidepressant. Also, you will need some psychological techniques. Like some people will attend the individual therapy or group therapy, or at least journal your feeling. Another thing is social. We need each other. No man is an island. So you need someone, at least one friend you trust, and you can share your feeling openly with them, and you'll not feel judged while you are sharing your feeling. Also, we need spiritual. We need some spiritual principles and the spiritual practices that help us not to feel alone, to help us feel supported, and to be able to connect with a higher power, which we, in Christianity, we call it God. So we're going to talk about some tips about the psychological techniques that we can use. One of the psychological techniques, we need to heal the past. And to heal the past, this is like 10-hour teaching. This is part of my program. But I'm going to give you some practical tips that you can use. Okay, within an hour, we're going to finish these tips. So...
Daniel, do you want to go? Get the light switch by the door, like outside.
Outside?
In the hall. Okay,
Left. All the lights are going on and off. Left hand's on.
So to heal the past, you need to understand what does trauma mean, what is the difference between PTSD and the complex PTSD. We're going to talk about this briefly. You need to know that any trauma in the past, or an accident or abuse in the past, or death of someone close can cause unhealthy core beliefs that you will have. You need to learn some tips how to forgive others. So we're going to learn how to write a forgiveness letter. You need to learn some techniques about how to forgive yourself for the past errors and the past mistakes. So we will learn how to write a letter to yourself to forgive yourself. Okay. Also, we'll talk briefly about making amends. Like if you have you did something wrong in the past, you need to make amends. You need to make a list of all things that you have done in the past, like how did you harm others or hurt others, and you started to make amends for them. Another thing is called the EMDR, but we will not. Does anyone know what this? What's that? Okay. Anyway, for people who witness a major trauma or experience a major trauma, we do something called the eye movement desensitization and the reprocessing. So basically the patient sit and we make them watch something that is moving very fast, okay? And while he's watching this, I ask him to recall what happened in the past. So, but we use this in victims of kidnapping or victims of rape or victims of refugee. I have done it with lots of refugee who was abused, chronically abused, so they have major trauma, and every time they get a flashback about this trauma, they feel frightened. So we do this, and there is a mechanism, biological mechanism for it. But anyway, this is more
So what does this do to them?
Yeah, it helps them recontextualize the event. So it helps them, after you finish this treatment, you basically ask them what did happen in the past. They're gonna tell you what happened without showing any feeling, any panic attacks, any fears, any anxiety.
Just for something that's passing.
Yeah, with something that we call it bilateral sensory stimulation. So they're gonna watch something moving like this. It's gonna trigger the brain to follow this. While you are following this, it activates the brain to look at it, right? Okay, then I ask them recall the event. Then they recall the event. This makes them
Distracted.
Yes, it makes them distracted and they make them cognitively look at the event differently. So instead of seeing it as a victim, they will start seeing the problem as a survivor. So they're gonna tell you, and while I'm talking to them, I teach them some some tips or some techniques to recontextualize the event. So after they finish the treatment, they're gonna tell you, oh, this happened to me, yes, okay, but this is what I learned from it. And this is what we all need to know. Whatever happened to you in the past, we want to take it as a learning opportunity.
So kind of desensitizing them.
Yes, we desensitize the brain for what the event that happened. Sometimes we give them a buzzer, like they hold something that vibrate. Okay, we ask them recall the event, and then vibrate here, then vibrate here, vibrate here, vibrate here. This is the technique. Sometimes people use also psychedelic, but it is not approved in Canada yet. I don't know if you hear about psychedelic, right? Mushrooms and stuff. Like people use it. And there are some studies that show that it can do the same effect. So, but it needs to be under therapy. You're gonna recall what happened in the past, and then you will be able to find or understand it differently. The problem, you tell me why you are doing this. The problem when you get flashbacks for what happened, you get so panicky and you get so anxious and stressed. Okay, I don't even able to think about it. But when I'm doing this, okay, no, we can think about it. Oh yes, this happened to me. Okay, it was a bad experience. Then after they finish a therapy, after a month or two, you ask them, tell me the story of your life, what happened. They tell you the story as if they are talking about someone else, because they become.
Is this a new therapy or this is something that
Started 1990s. So if someone have a major trauma in life and interested in this kind of therapy, there are some places that do it for free. It's very expensive to get this therapy, but there is one place, Adult Addiction Services, they offer this for free. Also Catholic Immigration Center, they do it for free. If you are interested, if someone has a major trauma in their so I have a quick question for you. What do you think trauma means? What is emotional trauma? Like that? Yes. Oh yeah. You see, so you know, yeah, sudden noise or something sudden happen. For some people, it could be trauma. For some people, it is nothing. So I want you to know that the trauma is subjective. Okay. Some people go through chronically physically abused by their parent, and they doesn't change anything. They are strong emotionally stable. They are able to set boundaries. Their emotions are controlled. Everything is fine. And someone else experience one event of verbal abuse, not even physical, verbal abuse, and he keeps talking about it and complain about it as if and this was it changed my life. I was completely fine, but after this happened, this changed how I think, how I relate to others. So the trauma is subjective. So what trauma? You tell me, what emotional trauma? What trauma? Yes.
Like an event that happens to you that causes like emotional scarring, like it leaves a lasting impact.
Yes, something that leave emotional scar. Yes, okay, or something that shatter your sense of security. And the more you feel frightened with the event, okay, the more likely you will be traumatized. Again, So you can go on Facebook and you watch a video about mass shooting. Some people will watch it, okay, yeah, it's bad, yeah, I know, I can tell. But some others will look at it, yeah, they start to get heart racing, they started to feel a headache, they start tingling and numbness, and they become very frightened, okay? This is a trauma for this guy who experienced an anxiety. So our resilience to emotional pain is different. Yeah. Can anyone give me examples for emotional trauma or things that might happen cause us? Yeah, what could be a trauma? You're good? Yeah. Yeah. What? Give me examples for trauma. What could be a trauma?
Someone told you something that affected your life, maybe?
Yeah, someone tell you something that affect your life. Yes, when I started therapy, when I was a psychiatrist at the beginning in Egypt, I was traumatized on daily basis during the revolution. During the revolution, lots of prisoners came out. Then I didn't even imagine that this was happening in our prisons in Egypt. They was telling me stuff, it was traumatizing me. So it could be someone tell you something. What else?
Yeah, let's say being mugged or something like that. So someone.
Yes. What else?
Is there a possibility that something happened that you cannot figure it out? So is there a way that something that traumatized you, but you cannot put your hands on it?
Yeah, something in the past as a child.
Something that you cannot recall.
Yeah. It's very common in childhood. Okay, any major abuse that happens sometimes during childhood, you ask the patient, can you recall? They tell you, I have a rough upbringing. Okay, I tell them, can you recall certain event? What did happen? They tell you, I don't know. And sometimes we do something called assisted interview. Like I give them some medication to help them to relax, then relax, almost like half asleep. Then you ask them, what did happen? They tell you everything. So our mind have a defense mechanism called the denial. So you repress and suppress the very painful emotion, you keep it inside. Like I remember a lady in Egypt, she was raped, and then there is this symptoms and physical symptoms or signs of rape, and her family asked her what happened. No, nothing happened. How did this happen, to you, or so many things and physical symptoms of rape? And no, nothing. They bring her to me. I give her some benzodiazepine, something to help her to relax. Then she told me everything, even who is the person, and the where and the when and how. But then after the medication went off the effect, I tell her what happened. She tell me nothing happened. So, and we call this amnesia, like loss of the memory of the event. But after therapy, they will be able, because sometimes if it is very traumatizing, your brain will forget it completely. Yeah, a protective. Yeah, because your mind sometimes will know that you're gonna commit suicide if you realize what happened. Okay, so it is a psychological protective mechanism, but it is unhealthy. Like the denial is unhealthy. It's always common if sudden death of someone very close to you. Sometimes the first 2 weeks, you are in denial, as if, and people tell you, oh, this is a grace from God or something. We call it in psychology, an early stage of trauma. We call it denial. I had a patient yesterday. She's an addict. She has been clean for 2 years. Her boyfriend was an addict. He has been clean for 2 years. Okay, 1 week ago she wake up. She couldn't find him on the bed. She went to the washroom. She find a needle on the floor, and he was laying down on the floor dead. Okay, then since this moment, she tell me, I am in a dream. I am in a dream, like I'm watching myself. Everything is since this week or 2 weeks ago, whatever was happening, I'm watching it as a dream. Even now, I was doing counseling for her. She was sitting in front of me. She's telling me, I see you and I see myself, as if a third person. So sometimes with severe trauma, we call it derealization and the depersonalization. You split and watch the world. And people victim of wars or something, it's very common. I think in movies, they depict in movies, so you split and you watch everything, and as if a third person is hearing what is hearing and watching what is happening. She has been doing like this for a week or 10 days since she found her boyfriend dead in the bathroom. So, but with therapy, with talking, she will come back. That third person will disappear and she will be talking to me and she will be able to talk about the event. Make sense? Okay, so trauma, anything that shatters your sense of security, we call it trauma. It could be one-time event, something like a major accident, injury. It could be ongoing stress, like domestic violence, victims of domestic violence, verbal, physical abuse. And sometimes it is a surgery. For some people, I have a surgery. This is very traumatizing. And it, as you mentioned, it's going to leave emotional trauma or emotional scar. Sometimes also now we see the social media could be traumatizing for so many people. Like I have some patient, I tell them, no social media. No, you don't check news. I don't wanna listen to the coronavirus. Don't even I don't want you to see what is happening. How many people? Like I have some patient. 1,000 in South Korea. 2,000 in China. 3 in Canada. 2 in Egypt. And they can't sleep because of it. Yeah, these people need to stay away from social media. Stay away from the news. What's that? Yeah.
Exporting it to us.
And in Canada, right?
Denial. Some people at certain stage, we need denial until they become more resilient, then they can face anything. I don't want to make the talk like very medically, but does anyone know this? Because the education, the more you know about mental health problem and psychological problem, the easier you're going to get help when you need help. Like I have some patients, they are clinically depressed for 3 years. They didn't know that they are clinically depressed because they didn't have any education about what does it mean to be depressed. So what PTSD mean?
PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah. Can you give me 3 symptoms? What is it?
This is in Egypt. People are educated about mental illness.
People in Egypt what?
I think that people in Egypt are ignorant about it, but here they...
Yes, it is. And people in Egypt and our culture, ignorance and stigma. I see. Sometimes I get people from the church. Like a huge stigma. I said, no, I will give you antidepressant. No, never. No. I will never be on this medication. I can't take it, or even one day. What I'm going to tell what I'm going to tell my family, what I'm going to tell my priest, what I'm going to tell. So the stigma is huge, and the ignorance is huge. So PTSD, give me some symptoms. What is it?
Disconnected?
Yeah, it will cause physical symptoms. Yeah, you'll be disconnected. Yes.
Like disconnected from others.
Yeah, isolation.
Is that
Yes.
what-
Yeah. So you will be disconnected from others, and it will cause isolation. What else?
Kind of like fear or panic attacks when you recall.
Yes. You feel severe anxiety when you have flashbacks, and some people will have nightmares about this event. Okay?
Easily triggered.
Yeah, easily triggered, and we call it increase the startle response. So a sudden noise like this, you freak out. Okay? This is one. And another symptom, you avoid anything related to the event. So if you have a major car accident, you'll avoid highway completely. Okay? I had 2 weeks ago, I had a patient. He had an accident. Since this accident, he was a driver. His wife was sitting by him. Since the accident, he was not able to drive on highway completely. Like he get panicky, sweating, blurry vision, feel chest pain, heart racing, weakness in his muscles. All of this because of the accident. Even his wife went through the same accident. They were together. Okay, she doesn't have any symptoms. So I want you. I want to let you know that our resilience and our mental health symptoms would be different from one person to another. How come it is different? It is different because our genes are different. Genetically, we are different. Okay, psychologically, we are different. Socially, we are different. Spiritually, we are different. So if there is a monk in the monastery meditating, contemplating all life, he get an accident, he's fine because he is he's flat all the time.
Dead zone.
How can we build resilience? Will you talk about that?
How we can,
Jumping.
no, how we can build the resilience, when we want to change, if you want to emotionally to be strong, if you want to be no symptoms of anxiety, panic attack, strong personality, all these, you need to work on biopsychosocial spiritual. Okay, it is not just a medication. Like for example, you need, like I had a lecture last Thursday to my patient in the program about there are some foods that cause anxiety. Like you need to avoid completely, eliminate processed food, completely processed food out, refined carbohydrate out, sugar out, vegetable oil out, like no, coffee is fine.
I would have been dead. You listed my diet.
So I don't know. I
I
don't know the new theory. If any of you specialize in mental health, the new theory or the new biology of mental illness. We in the past we always thought that depression and anxiety, worry, panic attack is a chemical disturbance, but now they look at it as inflammatory process. I don't know if you hear about this. So we have lots of bacteria in our gut, right?
Yes.
We call it microbiome or bacteria flora. They find a huge connection, like a major connection between the gut and the brain. Why? Because they found that this bacteria is responsible for 70% of the production of serotonin, dopamine, norepinephrine, which are, serotonin, right? Dopamine. Yeah, these are the chemicals that the brain use to make you motivated, to make you happy, to make you calm. So 70% of these neurotransmitters are formed here, then it goes to the brain. This is one thing. Another thing, if you disturb this bacteria by processed food, refined carbohydrates, sugar, high concentrated sugar, alcohol, processed meat, all these, I eliminate all the fun.
I eat
Okay.
this hot dog sandwich.
Yes, processed meat, no. Yeah, I'm telling you why? Because this disturbs the bacteria. The preservative and the coloring and the flavoring that they add on these, it disturbs this bacteria. Then what? Well, okay, after we disturb this bacteria, then what's gonna happen? Some of the toxins, or let's say call it chemicals in this food, will get into your system. Okay, that's fine. So the bacteria is disturbed. This bacteria act like an immunity. It regulates what get into your system and what stay out. So if this bacteria is disturbed, some of the chemicals that your body doesn't want will get into your system. Okay, then when this chemical get into your system, like flavoring, preservatives, high content of sugar, your immunity will see it as foreign body. So your immunity will start attacking it. And when the immunity continue to attack these chemicals, it causes chronic inflammation in the body. Then when it causes chronic inflammation, this chronic inflammation can cause depression, can cause anxiety, can cause Alzheimer's disease, can...
100% proved?
Yeah, 100% proved. Yes. Like now that there is fecal transplant.
They say
Fecal.
العقل السليم في الجسم السليم. That's right.
Yeah, العقل السليم في الجسم السليم، العقل السليم في الأكل السليم. لا أنا في البروجرام بتاعي العيان أول قاعدة كده، the first meeting with my patient. Processed food? No. And then he asked me, what is processed food?
This is what I was gonna
Yeah, what's
ask.
what
I was
processed?
thinking about this everything.
Almost everything.
Anything? No. Yeah, I always advocate about farm to table. Farm to table. The nature give you something, take it as it is. People put it in a package, inject sugar in it, inject oil in it to make it tasty, to increase the shelf life of it. Okay, it causes cancer. I'm not saying this so you know. Oh yeah, healthy. We know healthy. No. So I like for when I treat patient, they don't come and tell me, oh, I'm depressed. Then I give them, okay, take antidepressant next. I don't do this. No. I bring let's change all our life. Sometimes if someone is depressed, not because he has just a clinical depression, because he is in a toxic relationship. Take this toxic relationship out, you'll be fine. You don't need medication. You don't need counseling. Some people just pray every day. All my patients ask them to pray. I pray to whom? I pray to God. I don't believe in God. Okay, pray to higher power. I don't believe in a higher power. Okay, pray to the universe. Do you agree with me that you are part of this universe? Yes. Let's pray to this universe. This universe is very intelligent. It started 13.8 billion years ago, and it is continuous, and it is expanding. At the end, we are here. Okay, you see the process from just a few gases. At the end, it ended up with us, able to reason, to plan, learn from the past, plan for the future. So, and it started with we call it singularity, right? I want you to pray for the process or pray for the universe, and they get better. So, spiritual aspect is very important. And there are some spiritual principles that I teach to the patient. It's not related to religion. Like most of the religions are different in what will happen after we die. But you'll find most of the religions, they talk about gratitude, they talk about helping others, they talk about acceptance. So when people live a spiritual life, good social life, good psychological, life, biologically, physical, I just mentioned the diet. I didn't talk about the sleep. I did talk about water. Yes. Sleep. Yeah. It's different from one person to another, but 7 to 8 hours. This is most of us. They need 7 to 8 hours. Yeah. So if let's say you don't sleep, you worry, you don't sleep. You don't sleep for a month. You can't sleep well for a month. Okay, you will have clinical depression. You will have clinical anxiety. You will come to me and you will get prescribed the medication.
It's not about just the hours. It's about the quality of the sleep.
Yeah, and the quality.
Sorry, there's some of us will go into the Sunday school in 10 minutes.
Okay. I'll teach you. So, do you want me to finish in 10 minutes?
No.
What do you want? How many time? How much time do you have?
As much as you want to finish, but just if there is something really everyone needs to
know. Oh, focus on. Okay.
Before they leave in 10 minutes.
Okay. I'll give you the main ones before they go. Then we will continue with our discussion. Okay. And this is part of what I give to you in this paper, like negative core beliefs. Okay. Divorce could be a trauma. Okay. Divorce could be a trauma. Break up with a boyfriend or girlfriend could be a trauma. Accident, it could be a trauma. Verbal abuse during Egyptian, yes. Verbal abuse. Okay, but verbal abuse with Egyptian is different. Verbal abuse from Canadian.
Oh no, I'm saying ship. I'm not
ship. Oh, okay. Okay. The verbal abuse.
Ship the verbal. Physical.
Okay.
Physical abuse.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The verbal abuse from Egyptian is different from Canadian. Okay, I have said because I worked in both Egypt. So the verbal abuse from Egyptian, you still, for most of families, they still find the love. You know, there is love and the caring. But then they can insult you, tell you that, you know, but they maintain the love and the caring. And sometimes here in Canada, you see when there is a verbal abuse, no, you'll not find any emotion like a positive emotions with it. Okay, it is so it hits the patient, it hits the child or the patient very hard. Okay, when there is no loving attitude, there is no kindness, there is no compassion. So I have seen verbal abuse in Egypt. I'm not saying it is good, and I have seen verbal abuse here, but there is the impact. Yeah, the impact is different. But anyway, when you are traumatized, if it is a minor trauma, like the minor trauma could be you are expecting A+ in one of the courses and they get C.
بس يا حبيبي بلس ايه؟ دي او دي يعني اف يا جماعه.
Yes, so yeah, when you set your expectation very high, then you don't get it traumatized. That's why I'm telling you, you know, do your best and have zero expectation. Again, do your best and have zero. Don't get attached to any outcome. This is not about the trauma. This is about life in general. Again, you want to be calm, cool, collected.
So this is hard to do.
Yeah, a daily practice.
What motivates you to do something. The outcome is what motivates you to work, to study, to do.
No, I want you to work and study and do whatever you do out of love, not out of fear. Out of kindness, not out of attachment. How? So, because I love everyone and I want to contribute. I want to contribute to this life. I want to contribute positively to because you understand. You came with nothing. You're gonna leave with nothing. You know that. Everything that you're doing now, you will not get anything with it after you die, right? You came with nothing. You're gonna leave with nothing. Okay, but within this, so I stay passive, do nothing. No, you need to have, for your mental health, you need to have a loving attitude and be compassion, kind, loving, caring, all the time, everywhere, toward yourself and toward others. Again, this is the only, like because I have lots of patients after they get better from addiction or mental health, they tell me, I want to change the world, I want to help humanity, or I want to, I tell them it doesn't matter. You want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer, you want to be a teacher, you want to clean the bathrooms, you want to, whatever you're doing, okay, you want to work as a cashier, it doesn't matter. You're going to die at the end, it doesn't matter. But do it with Allah. We want you to be loving, yes. Be compassionate, loving, kind toward yourself first. Be loving, compassionate, kind. This is very important. Toward yourself first, then toward the others, and that's it. Tell me, okay, but what should I do in this life? Like, okay, I will be loving, and so if I am a doctor, I'm gonna be loving, kind, compassionate. Yes. If I'm an engineer, the same thing. Be loving, kind, compassionate to everyone. Okay, but what about working inner work about myself? Like, what should I do? Continuous letting go. Continuous letting go. This is the main, if you ask me, the main spiritual teaching and psychological teaching that I teach to my patient. Continuous letting go. Letting go of what? Letting go of the attachment to the outcome of anything. Letting go. So, because at the end you don't know. So you are working hard and you want to get A+. Okay. You get a result. It is C, only C. Okay, that's fine. Because you don't know if it is good or bad. الرضا. So, but yes, you are planning to compete in certain sports. Then you get your leg broken because whatever reason you can't do the sports or the game that you are planning to do. That's fine, because we don't know what is good and what is bad. And I'll tell you a story.
moderate?
What's that?
Accepting being moderate, like
Not what?
because everyone wants to be special in a certain thing.
Yeah, you want to be special? Okay, be kind, loving, compassionate to everyone around you, including yourself. Because you want to, while you are special in anything, don't get attached to the plans and the position and the ideology you're trying to set. I'll make it easy. I'll tell you a story in 5 minutes, but I want you, this story, every day, I want you to recall this story. Again, I'm going to tell you a story now. I want you for the rest of your life, because this is what I do personally. Every day in my life, I remember this story. Okay. There was a farmer, okay, and he used to live with his son and a horse. So they used to live in a small farm, in a small village, with a horse, and he had a son. Okay, and one day this farmer, he wake up, he tried to find the horse, he couldn't find the horse. The horse ran away. Then the neighbors come to visit the farmer. They told him, "Poor you don't have where is your horse? How are you going to do your business? How are you going to do the farming?" Oh, the wife is here. Okay. Caroline, the wife. Okay. Now I feel nervous now.
Let go.
Let go. Yeah. Let go.
Watch your words.
There was a farmer.
Okay. There was a farmer.
Watch your words carefully.
Yes. And he loved his wife so much. Okay. No, there is no wife in this story, okay? So the horse ran away, okay? Then the neighbors come to visit, tell him, "Poor you lost your horse. How are you going to work now? How are you going to do the farming? How are you going to plant? How are you going to do this and that?" He told them, "I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't know if this is good or evil. I don't know. I'm going to accept it as it is. I don't know." They told him, "No, this is bad." He told them, "I don't know." Anyway, 1 week later, the horse came back with another 20 horses. Okay, so it looks like this horse get to know other wild horses and bring all of them to the farmer. Then the farmer started to change, like his son started to do stuff with these horses, and then the neighbor come to visit him. "Lucky you lost one horse, now you have 21 horses, lucky you." He told them, "I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't know. I'm going to accept it as it is, enjoy what I have, but I don't know if this is good or bad." Anyway, 1 week later, his son, I told you he has one son, was breaking these horses because they are wild horses, so he was taming them and breaking them. While he is doing this, his son fell down, broke his leg. And he needed a cast for 2 months. Then the neighbors come to visit. What did they say?
This is too bad.
"This is too bad. This is unfortunate. Yeah, your son is sick. Who's gonna help you now?" The farmer told them, "I don't know. If this is good or bad, I don't know. I'm gonna accept my life as it is. I don't attach to any outcome. Whatever it is, whatever it is. I came to this life without a horse, without a son, without a farm, and I'm gonna leave this life without a horse, without a son, without a farm. So it doesn't matter." Okay, I didn't say that this guy is lazy, is not working. No, whatever God bring him, or I will not mention God because I teach this in my clinic. I don't say God, but you know that God bring you something, accept it, work with it, take it. That's fine. Everything will be taken from you at some point. You are happy with your physique and you have big biceps, and one day you'll be 60 years old, 70 years old, you will not have this biceps.
And you won't be happy.
No, if you are the farmer, you will be okay. I want you to be the farmer. This is what I want you to do. You live, okay? You plan for the life, for the future, and do whatever you do, but be like the farmer. I don't know Like I'm trying to apply for a job. This is my dream job. I will get it. I have to get it. I will make a lot of money. I will buy this car. I will get married to this girl. I will do this. Are you sure 100% this is good? We don't know. Let me finish the story. We ended with he broke his leg. Okay. 1 week, 2 weeks later, in this country and this village there was a war, a big war. Then the government was recruiting young people to fight in the war. So the army came to visit the village, who recruit all the young people, and then they find this guy with broken leg. They told him, no, we can't use. The guy wanted to go. He wanted to fight for his country, but they told him, no, we can't use. You have a broken leg. We can't take you. Anyway, 1 month later, all the young people that were taken from this village were killed in the war. Then the farmer, the neighbors came. What do you think? Lucky you. We lost all our youth people here, in the village. We lost them except your son. He told them, I don't know if this is good or bad. Even if something looks very good, I want you to step back. Step back. I don't know, because this is the original sin. This is what caused people to visit me in the clinic. That the people think I know what is good for me and what is bad. And if you believe in the story of Adam and Eve and eat the apple, this is the original sin. This is what we set something, we attach to it and fight everyone, and the social media help us, and the whole society. This is the ideology for the whole society. I want you to let go of this. Was it a good story?
Yes. Yes. Could I possibly audio record you?
I'm recording it already.
Oh, perfect.
So
Would you share it with us?
yeah, I have a YouTube channel and Facebook. I record my talks in the clinic, and I record the talks like this one. So if you want to listen, there are some talks. There is videos about addiction, mental health. If you want to, everything, anxiety, depression, trauma, sexuality, everything. Anyway, what did we learn from this story? What did we learn?
Neighbors doesn't do anything.
What's that?
Neighbors don't do anything. Neighbors are great.
Yes, neighbors, you see, but this is all the society. The neighbors represent the society. Society tell you what you do, how much money you make, and what is your. Oh, we are in a continuous guilt, guilt-driven society. Like, you all the time you think I should do better, or I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I should be doing something different. All the time. I want you to stop this. No, whatever you're doing is good. And don't get panicky about it, because I'm telling you, you came with nothing, I'm going to leave with nothing. And now with my patient who working with me for 2 years, they come telling me, when they find they attached to something, they tell me, oh, I came with nothing, I leave with nothing. Yeah, I know. I have one patient who told his boss the same thing. His boss was telling him, oh, you need to do this and this. By the way, I want to tell you something. We all came with nothing, leave with nothing. Lost his job. So learn what I'm telling you, but don't tell people, don't teach, don't preach it, keep it inside. Okay? I don't know what is good. Okay. You're planning to get into uni in a certain college. You didn't get accepted because you thought I will be a good engineer, but you didn't get accepted. That's fine. You have a retreat that you are planning to go, then you get sick and you got coronavirus. It's fine. Okay? Whatever happened.
But at the end of the day, this doesn't make you sad, but does it make you happy?
This guy asked a very good question. I can sit with him, for 2 years, sitting here, just talking. Okay, yeah, but this way, there is nothing gonna make you happy, nothing gonna make you sad, and then we get depressed. No, I want you to experience unconditional happiness. Okay, I'm sure this is in Christianity. I don't know how they use the Christian words for it, but there are, like Jesus Christ mentioned many times, live in the world, not of the world. Okay, so you live in the world, But when you are happy, I don't want you to be happy with things in the world. All the time remind yourself, I will be okay with or without. You have a nice car. Right away, you remind yourself, I will be okay with the car or without the car. Why? Because we worship God and we want to make Him happy? No, we want to make you happy first. Because when you attach to certain things, we're gonna start, an anxiety cycle will start. What if someone scratch it? What if I lose it? What if I have an accident? What if my neighbor get a better car? Then you'll find, you started with attachment, it ended up with fear and anxiety, jealousy, so many negative feelings, which when they accumulate, it's gonna create clinical mental illness. So you see what you are getting yourself into when you wanna be happy or sad based on external. Okay? No, I want you to be happy or sad based on internal. Okay? What internal? I don't know if you read the Bible. There is something called the kingdom of heaven is inside you, right? So you can enjoy a complete sense of joy, happiness, even ecstasy. I call it natural high. Like my patients, they want to inject to get high. I tell them you can get high from here naturally. Just to let go of all the attachment. Okay? They tell me, I'm gonna get high. I tell them, are you gonna get high? The same experience you get it from heroin. You tell me, yes, but you need to let go of the attachment to your family, let go attachment to your job, your money, everything. Then you will experience kingdom of heaven. And if they are not religious, you will experience high, natural high. Does it make sense? What's that?
Peace.
Peace, yes, that surpass any other peace. So what I'm saying is not just something I read in the Bible and I came here to teach you this stuff. No, I'm telling you out of my experience for 11 years working with people who have mental illness and addiction. Okay. Continuous letting go of your old attachment to the world will make you more peaceful. You will make you full of joy, kindness, love, all these. What are these? Joy, love, kindness. Yeah, these are the fruits of the Spirit. How can I get, when we started our talk, what was talk about? I was going in the wrong direction.
Healing the past.
What's that?
Healing the past.
How I get it back? Or how I get this back? Oh, yes.
Yes. You got it? Yeah. You got it.
Abuna. Salam. Alhamdulillah. Finished? Okay. Can we go back to this? I'm fine. Okay. No. I now believe. I know you grow up here. This doctor bring a topic. He need to finish this topic. No, for me now, this is what I used to do. Yeah, I have some point. I have to finish them. But if God directed me in another discussion, okay, this means we all of us need what you asked for more than what I'm come here to talk about. But anyway, I'm gonna let you let you know the main points that I put in the paper here. When people are traumatized, they suffer from these core beliefs. Like I'll give you one example: failure. People who are verbally abused or physically abused, especially during childhood, they have inner core belief that I am a failure, I am a loser. No matter how much money I make, no matter how much success I achieve, there is something wrong with me. Okay? I never do something right. And I'm sure some of you here who are listening to me, they have some sort of this core belief. I have it inside that I'm a failure. This is one of them. The other one, unlovable, unlikable. What do you think does that mean?
People around me don't love me.
Yes, nobody care about me. Nobody loves me. Even he could have, hundreds of friends, thousands of friends on Facebook, thousands of friends on Instagram, but I feel nobody likes me. I'm unlovable, unlikable. I can't even start a long-term relationship. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get married or not, because I am unlovable, I am likable. Okay? Helplessness, what does it mean?
Not being able to do something? Like that you feel powerless?
Yes, feel powerless. I can't help myself, nobody can help me. And most of my patients, when they start working with me, they have this feeling. I don't think me sitting with you gonna change anything. Then I tell them these are core beliefs, we need to change them. But how I'm gonna change them? This is the main question. How I'm gonna change them? By writing. Yeah, once if something click with you, okay, you go home and keep writing about it. Right? And try to replace it with more positive. Worthlessness. What does it mean?
I have no value and I'm not adding anything.
Yes, I'm not adding anything. I have no value. I'm nothing. This indicates very low self-esteem, very low self-image. And at this stage, people even sometimes sexualize it. I'm nothing, and then they come one day, they say, oh, I'm gay. I'm gay, by the way, I'm gay. I tell them, okay, you are gay. Then 2 weeks later or 2 months later, no, I'm straight. Oh, very quick. Okay, then 2 months later, okay, I'm bisexual. So sometimes people out of sense of worthlessness, helplessness, you'll find something wrong with their identity. They don't know who I am, what I am here for. Even it becomes so bad that their sexual identity, which is something very apparent, like nobody will be confused about it. Very basic thing, they get confused about it. Abandonment. What does that mean? Yeah, you feel alone, and nobody, people will leave me, and I can't tolerate being alone. And lots of people will accept and tolerate abuse because they have this feeling. Mistrust. What mistrust mean?
You can't trust yourself or others.
Yes, you can trust yourself or trust others. And some people will become very paranoid delusions. Like they start to feel, oh, there is a conspiracy against me. Oh, the whole church is against me. These people are talking behind my back. I know. And even this camera, yeah, they record me.
There's a guy in Egypt that's a model.
Yeah, which one? Called what? Murtada Mansour. I'm gonna record this. Like this guy, when he gets someone in his mind, okay? I'm sorry for what he said. I'm sorry. We apologize. Yes. We all apologize. Yes.
We can edit this part out.
Emotional inhibition or vulnerability. What does that mean?
Vulnerability, a negative belief, Nader?
Yeah.
Is the negative?
Yeah, it depends on the context and it is a language thing. It depends on where you are talking about. Like sometimes in a group therapy, people are vulnerable and then they share their vulnerability. Like they say, oh, this what happened to me. I admit this, and then we thank them. Thank you for being vulnerable.
Yeah,
but
this is what I'm trying to say, because I have been taught that vulnerability is something good, actually. So
yeah, but if it is chronic, okay, affecting your behavior and your feeling, it's not. And vulnerability means you feel unsafe within a relationship, unsafe even medically. Like, these people come to see me, they have headache. Then the first thing comes to their mind, oh, I have brain tumor. Then and they have blurry vision. Oh, I have MS. I'm gonna die. I wanna do MRI, and then we do MRI. No, I wanna see a specialist. They send me to another specialist, and they become over obsessed with their yes.
is that the same thing as like always playing the victim, like you, or is that something else? Like when you always feel like everyone's against you.
Yes, victimization is one of the ways to as a defense mechanism. Some people use it as a defense against of this. Yeah, all of them are against me, poor me, and the self-pity gives some pleasure. You know, there are some addiction to self-pity. Hey, everyone against me, I lost everything, even God against me. Okay, God is angry at me. Okay, and then everyone will sympathize and send them a text, hug them, and then they get some dopamine rush for it. And this is so some people are addicted to this lifestyle, and some people are addicted to the opposite, to be a rescuer. Again, addicted, and addiction means like it's not good. So he come to the church and I wanna help you, 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 and then they exclude every other stuff in their life which is important. They don't spend enough time with their family because they are addicted in rescuing people. But the problem, these people, we know it is addiction not when they are attached to the outcome. So I come to rescue you, I expect you're gonna be happy, grateful, and it change. But if this doesn't happen, I'll be so angry.
So is that something like people, because I think of that as something so common, or like that a lot of people might like deal with, is that something people get treatment for? Like there's more like you always think of like people getting addiction treatment for like drugs or
yeah,
but like some stuff like that's more like
behavioral. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we classify addiction to behavioral addiction, like addiction to food, addiction to relationship, like what we are talking about, victim and rescuer and rescuing, we call this codependency addiction. We are codependent. Okay, you will act, and this is a very common thing in Egyptian culture. The wife always act like a victim. Poor me, okay. And then the husband act like a rescuer. Oh, come on, I'll fix it for you. Okay, and then the wife, oh, I can't do this. Okay, I'll do it for you. Okay, the kids are not good at school. I will help them. Okay. سو فهي تستمر في الاستهبال كده. اوكي، تستهبل والراجل يستمر كده. تقول لي طب ما حلو يا عم، اوكي قضيها كده. مش هيفهموا القضيه دي. طب ما حلو كده. لا، هيجي بعد شويه. اوكي، this guy who is rescuing, he's gonna get overwhelmed. Then he will become a perpetrator. Perpetrator means like attacking. He starts attacking. Oh, you're useless to the wife. You're useless. You don't know what to do. And sometimes we feel overstressed. Then he starts cheating on her. Not me. No, this is not us. Not me. You know. Yeah. So this, we call this drama triangle, like in a relation, and it's very common. And it's very common in Egyptian culture. The wife will take the victim, the guy will take the rescuer. Continue like this. Then this guy get overwhelmed. Then he all of a sudden he get angry, get impulsive, and then he gonna do something stupid. And then the wife will start to feel, oh, we're gonna get divorced or something wrong happen. Okay, then she act as a rescuer for a while. Tell him, okay, what's wrong with you? I'm gonna help you. You wanna clean up? I will clean up. You don't wanna work? Stay home. I will work. And they act like this. So the guy will switch as a victim for a while. The wife will switch it as a rescuer for a while. Okay, but in Egyptian culture, 1 month or 1 week or 2 weeks, they switch back. Okay, so when they come and the drama continue, okay, and this drama negatively impact the kids, because the kids is watching. Oh, he's victim now, he's rescuer now, he's attacking now, and you know. So when they come to me, okay, I have to break this cycle from all sides. You know, you need to break it from all sides. But anyway. I not have time even to finish this one. Okay, let's finish this, and we maybe in another meeting we will continue with other techniques. But this is important, like all the point. Thank you for this question, like very important question. Emotional inhibition. This is very common in Egyptian people. Emotional inhibition. you think that emotional people are expressive and emotional, but no, they struggle with this one. What emotional inhibition? Yes, you get used to, when you grow up in unsafe environment, you're gonna learn it is not safe to express your emotion, so you keep it inside, and you have difficulty receiving the emotion. Like if you sit in a meeting and someone starts talking about emotion, you feel, I don't feel comfortable. Like let's say in a funeral or a wedding, which are lots of emotion involved. I don't want to go because I feel not comfortable. Why, man? You just be there and do nothing. No, I don't want to be there because they don't want to express emotion. They don't want to receive emotion because they struggle with something called emotional inhibition. And why this happened? Because growing up, they tried to express their emotion, then there was negative consequences. They were beaten up or ridiculed by their parent for expressing emotion. Punishment, what does this mean?
You harm yourself.
Consequence for certain behavior.
Yeah, I should be punished. Okay? In any way, and this make people tolerate and accept the domestic violence, and sometimes it becomes sexualized, and you find people love to abuse others, and the other ones love to be abused within sexual encounter. So the punishment is entitlement.
So, for punishment, what would be the cause for that?
Yeah, when are they gonna get punished? Because I am bad, I am a failure, I am nothing. Okay, when I am bad, I feel shame inside. I have lots of guilt inside. When I have to balance this, to compensate to this, what should happen? I need to be punished. So that's why lots of movie about it. You find someone who is a president or something, and then he sleep with someone, and he within this sexual encounter he wanna get punished. Or when I get beaten. Why? Because of the guilt and the shame that he have inside. Okay? So what about this one? Entitlement?
Like feeling like you're deserving of like everything.
Yeah, you deserve everything. I'm superior to others. So this is opposite. And this is a cover for insecurity. Most people who are narcissistic, okay, they have very low self-esteem, but they cover it with a sense of entitlement. And the last one, and we can finish, insufficient self-control. What does that mean?
Rage.
Yeah, rage, impulsivity, binge eating. Yeah.
Wait, that's bad?
You open the fridge. You open the fridge. You finish the whole thing.
You open the fridge, you finish the fridge.
Yeah, open the fridge. Finish the fridge. Done. Okay. We call it emotional eating. Okay. Yeah, it's addiction, food addiction. Okay, thank you guys for inviting me. Come another meeting. Thank you.